Bravo Zulu, U.S. Navy forces in the Middle East are advancing warfighting capabilities in new ways, bringing more striking power from the sea and setting conditions for using innovation as a deterrent. Admiral Brad Cooper, CENTCOM commander, at the first test of a Navy Lucas one-way attack munition from a naval vessel. This actually took place in CENTCOM Command's area, so that should tell you a little bit about them wanting to get it to the front line as quick as possible. This is the story out of the war zone. Littoral Combat ship launches Shahed 136 Kamikaze drone clone. Being able to deploy Lucas Kamikaze drones from Navy ships drastically opens the aperture as to where swarms of these aircraft can emanate from. The ability to launch these from a naval vessel is clearly a major advantage to anybody. And the Lucas drone and U.S. involvement in drone technology has been expanding for months now. Ever since Secretary of War Pete Hegseth made the announcement, I think it was in July. I did a video, I'll make sure it's up here for you, about the U.S. embracing drone technology, finally, because everybody else has. And this Warzone article, which is immense and huge and goes through the entire development of the Lucas munition, because the Warzone, as myself, have been on this for months. This is from September. The U.S. needs to be building tens of thousands of Shahed 136 clones right now. The U.S. military's lack of urgency when it comes to building long-range, one-way attack munitions at a huge scale has been absurd and dangerous. I completely agree with Tyler Rogaway here. It's been absurd, and it made no sense. But you've seen the evolution of the involvement of the United States in drone technology now. I'm going to be doing another story on drones here in the next few days. I'm putting the pieces together of the embracing of drone technology. Drones are changing the modern battlefield in a way that people in the United States are not really aware of unless you are paying attention to the Ukraine war. Specifically the Ukraine war. There's other conflicts. The Cambodia-Thailand conflict has obviously introduced drones into that as well. Shahed 136 clones. We've had FPV bomber drones and direct attack munition FPVs, which that's what the other story I'm going to be doing is about. It's pretty serious. But this story about the Shahed 136 clone being launched off of the naval vessel coincides with the American-made Shahed 136 Kamikaze drones being tested by the Marines. It's increasingly clear that the Pentagon has big hopes for Lucas, one that will likely span the services. The Army, Navy, Air Force, Marines, Coast Guard can all get use out of a Shahed 136 clone, a Lucas. Just their reconnaissance alone makes them invaluable. And the price tag of $35,000 a piece is pretty good. The American Shahed 136 clones said to the Middle East have satellite data links and swarming capabilities. Images of the Lucas drones sent to flip the script on Iran give insights into their advanced capabilities. And this article and everything, of course, as always, will be linked here. It's amazing, the evolution of the drones. The Chinese have them. The Russians have them. This was a Russian recon drone found with a Starlink terminal shot down by the Ukrainians. With a Starlink terminal. This is obviously the Lucas from SpectreWorks. This is former security minister and Polish foreign minister addressing attendees of a downed Iranian Shahed 136 attack drone, the type used by Vladimir Putin's forces during a press conference organized by the United Against Nuclear Iran in Speaker's Court at the House of Commons, Westminster. These are ubiquitous, worldwide. Worldwide. This is the Chinese version. The Chinese version of the Geran 2, the Geran 2 is the Russian version of the Shahed 136. This is China's version of the Geran 2 drone, the Feilong 300D suicide drone, a low-cost, high-performance drone and the future of combat. It carries a high-explosive warhead with a range of 1,000 kilometers and at just $10,000 US. $10,000 US. And with China's manufacturing capability, what do you think the manufacture rate of that's going to be? This is them testing it. Long-range flight test. It looks like almost the exact same rig we just used to fire off ours from the Santa Barbara. Almost the exact same launch rig. Just a couple of steel pipes welded together. It's amazing. Blap. Yeah, literally almost the exact same rig. There are close-up photographs of this in the story. It'll be linked. You'll be able to see it. But what's more important is the production rate. We can have the Lucas as much as we want, but as we found out when it comes to shipbuilding, aircraft manufacture, and basically any weapon system in the pipeline, it's going to take forever and a day and a couple bucks more to grease that wheel to make it happen a little bit faster. So what's the production rate of the Lucas? Lucas low-cost, uncrewed combat attack system. A video released by the Russian state media shows the SpectreWorks FLM-136 or Lucas is up against. SpectreWorks was recently selected for the U.S. Army's Applied Small UAS Prototype Innovation Transition Program, an initiative designed to rapidly bring advanced drone systems into active service. The AP-FIT program specifically sought out transition-ready technologies, meaning these close to development meaning those close to deployment with a strong emphasis on designs that are attributable, modular, and low cost, particularly for use in contested environments. I should wear my glasses when I do this. Sorry, old man syndrome. This is a design of the SpectreWorks FLM-136 UAS manual, and this is what they're up against. I did a story about this, that the Russians have ramped up their production in this area immensely. I'm going to play part of a video from the Times of India that's going to go through this, and we'll go through what it says on the bottom. It's very important. Russia unveils drone factory built with Iran's help. Over 100 Shahed 136 drones being built in a massive factory. Germany warns a potential 2,000 drone Russian strike. Russia released images of a Shahed 136 drone factory built with Iran's support. Over 100 Kamikaze drones are now being produced daily at this facility. On July 20th, Russian state media aired footage of a massive drone factory in Yalabuga. The facility builds Iranian-designed Shahed 136 drones renamed Geran 2 by Russia. The footage was released by Russia's Defense Ministry channel Zvezda on television. It offers a rare glimpse into one of Russia's key drone assembly centers. The plant is reportedly the largest drone manufacturing site in the world. It sits about 1,700 kilometers from Ukraine's border and features dozens of assembly lines. The video shows rows of drones being painted in matte black for night operations. This painting tactic reduces visibility and aims to avoid Ukrainian air defense interceptions. Russia has been using these drones for nocturnal strikes in its war against Ukraine. The factory was purpose-built in 2023 to mass-produce the Geran 2 drone. Earlier, Germany warned Russia may launch mass drone attacks involving up to 2,000 UAVs. Major General Frieding said Ukraine's defense may struggle against such drone swarms. Thank you, Times of India. This is a video of seven.
In this footage, 7 Russian Geran 2 Kamikaze drones fly in formation over Ukraine. Launched from the same location, they're likely heading for a single target, a classic saturation attack. Even with air defenses firing, some will get through. That's the advantage of low-cost, mass-produced drones. The Geran 2, based on Iran's Shahed 136, carries a 40-50 kilo warhead and can strike from over 1,500 kilometers away. In modern warfare, swarm tactics like this can overwhelm defenses and change the outcome of a battle.
Which is why the United States has made this investment. And this is an article from Defense Blog, goes in depth into that Russian factory, its production, and its production rate of 190 drones per day. 190 drones per day. I'm no math surgeon, but that's a lot. Let me just do this. 190 times 364, because everybody takes Christmas off, right? 69,160 Shahed 136 Geran 2 / Lucas / what is that Chinese one again? The Loong M9. All over the world. Who would have thought that this little drone, this little itty-bitty drone, right here, pictured right here, would essentially change modern combat? Swarm tactics were used in the Israeli-Iranian conflict. Swarm tactics are used in Ukraine right now by the Russians. Swarm tactics are used by the Ukrainians against the Russians. And I would assume that if you were to look at use in other places, the swarm attack of these inexpensive, easy to produce, easily deployable, and highly effective weapon systems, swarm tactics are going to be the thing. And AI is coming soon. So that's going to be something unto itself. That's going to have a major impact when it comes to all these autonomous weapon systems. But the U.S. Navy firing one off the back of one of its Littoral Combat ships. Perhaps it's going to extend the life of these Littoral Combat ships. These are essentially wastes of money. And just by the look of it, you could put a whole bunch of these things in that hangar back there. And just launch. Cheaper than a Tomahawk. You send 100 of these and then about 5-6 Tomahawks in the middle of there. Everyone tries to shoot down the Shaheds and the Tomahawks smack. That's basically been the tactic that the Russians have been using. They'll swarm an area with Geran 2s and then double tap with an Iskander. It's been very effective. But I just wanted to bring this to you. Thank you.